Hi, good afternoon. Am I audible, visible? So can you send the mandate? Okay. Okay, Ashwarya, wait a second. Yes, I'm sharing. So we have around 7 participants. Let's wait for 2-3 minutes. I have posted it again on the WhatsApp group. Let's wait for. And if you are watching us live from YouTube, I've also shared the Menti link in the chat box or comment box. So click on that and you can join the live quiz. So that will be good for you for the revision of previous years, previous weeks questions. The quiz at 3:05. Okay, let's wait 2 minutes for others to join. Have you guys joined the Menti quiz using this link?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how many are you from CLAT and how many of you are from judiciary? Please mention in the chat box so that we get to know each other. Okay, Sejal is from judiciary. Ashwar, Shanvi are from CLAT. Somme is from judiciary. Okay. Jayati is from Jayanti is from CLAT. Parth is from judiciary. Okay. So Soumya, Parth, and Sejal, which state are you targeting? Is Delhi, MP, Himachal. Nice. But I don't think the pattern of Delhi, MP, and Himachal are similar, because when people prepare for Delhi, they prepare for Haryana. When someone prepare for MP, then they prepare for Chhattisgarh and okay, Delhi and okay. And Soumya is preparing for Delhi and Rajasthan. That's great. Nice, nice. So we have 10 participants here. So let's start the quiz. I'm again sharing the Menti link in the chat box. MP is a little uncertain right now. Yeah, you can say. That's true. Okay, so I'm sharing the link again in the chat box. If you haven't joined the Menti quiz, join using this link. And I can see only 4 participants on Menti link. I don't know why. Why is it so? And yes, so let's start the quiz. Okay, and if you face any problem in between the quiz, please let me know. You can unmute yourself if I am not audible, or if my screen is not visible, or if your Menti link is not working. You can unmute yourself and let me know. Okay, so let's start our quiz. So as you might be knowing, or some of you know by now, that I'm Pratikesh Shankar. I am associate and course anchor at Project Maverick at Losico, and I will be hosting today's The Hindu weekly revision quiz. Okay, so if you have read today's newspaper, then you might have come across this article. GST brought down 14 COVID relief goods. Okay, so you can go through this. There was some meeting that was going on. There were council of ministers and ministers from other parties who were the member of that committee, and who were discussing on whether the GST of those COVID relief goods should be taken down or something like that. So you can go through this. So let's start our quiz. Let's see how many of you have joined the quiz. Okay, so there are 10 participants, and I request you to please use your real name while you are joining the Menti quiz. So today we have 25 questions, right? And after each 8 question, we will have leaderboard. And if you want to see yourself in the leaderboard, you just don't have to answer correctly, but you also have to answer quick. That means if you are answering very late, then there is chance that some of your friend has got that extra point. So if you want extra point, answer fast, right? So let's start today's The Hindu revision quiz. Get ready. And I can see there are 11 participants on Menti quiz. So let's start. Okay. Okay. So we have our first question here. Financial relations between center and state are given under which article of Constitution? Articles 245 to 255, Article 260 to 268, Article 268 to 293. None of the options are true. So under which articles financial relations between center and state are given under our Constitution? Yes. So majority of you have answered it correctly. So the financial relations between center and state is given under Article 268 to Article 293. So 268 starts from duties levied by the union, but collected and appropriated by the states. And Article 293 is Article 293 is borrowing by the states. Okay, so the financial relations between center and state is given under Article 268 to 293. Let's move to our next question. GST Council, a dash body, is established under which article? Constitutional body under Article 269A, statutory body under 279A, constitutional body under 279A, or none of the above? Okay, so most you all have answered, and there is mixed uh, answer to this. So the correct answer is GST Council is a constitutional body because Article 279A mentions about GST Council, and 279A was like yes, 279A was inserted by Constitutional Amendment 101 of 2000 in 2016. So GST Council is a constitutional body established under 279A of the Constitution, and it was inserted by 101st Constitutional Amendment in 2016, right? So let's move to next question. So get ready for the third question. In the GST Council meetings, the vote of central government shall have a weightage of half, one third, one fourth, two third. So what is the weightage of central government vote? Yes. So the weightage of a central government in GST Council meeting is one third. Let's move to next question. So we have our fourth question here. Pune, Kolhapur belt, Ludhiana, Jalandhar, Amritsar region, Patiala belt are all known for dash industry, liquor industry, textile industry, paper industry, plastic industry. So these belts are popularly known for which industry? Pune, Kolhapur belt, Ludhiana, Jalandhar, Amritsar, Patiala belt. Yes. So these are known for textile industry. So because most of you might be knowing in Ludhiana, Jalandhar, Pune, Kolhapur, from in these areas there are major textile industries. Also in Surat. So these are the places where major textile industries are set up in India. So we have our fifth question here. National Company Law Appellate Tribunal is quasi-judicial body and a executive body, constitutional body, statutory body, none of the options. So what is this NCLAT? National Company Law Appellate Tribunal. Yes, it is a statutory body. Okay. Which deals with the matter relating to Companies Act 2013. So when there is some matter relating to Companies Act 2013, so it first goes to NCLT, and then after that for appeal it goes to NCLAT. Okay, so it is a statutory body. Yes, Ashwarya, you have written something in the chat box. Was the constitutional amendment for which question, Ashwarya? If you could unmute yourself and tell us.
Oh, sorry, that was for the GST question.
Yeah, okay.
GST, the constitution.
Yes, that was 101st constitutional amendment in 2016, right? So let's move to our next question. So our sixth question is, Recently, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh flagged off the first ever solo women motorcycle expedition in Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh. This is the question from yesterday's quiz. Yes. So he flagged off expedition in Ladakh, right? So most of you have answered it correctly. Great. So we have our seventh question here. Performance Grading Index 2019-20 is an index that gives information about status of school education in states and union territories, status of COVID-19 response in states and union territories, status of overall health infrastructure in states and union territory, none of the. So this index was in news, yes. Performance Grading Index is an index that gives information about status of school education in states and union territories. So this was in news last week. So let's see one related question to this. So the eighth question is, which of the following is one of the top performing states in the recently released performance grading index 2019-20? Ladakh, Chhattisgarh, Punjab, Meghalaya. So which state has performed well in this index? This was in news last week, and I'm hoping you will answer it correctly. Okay. So I think it was.
Sir, even I think it was Chhattisgarh only.
But
Oh, it was Chandigarh. Last week the option was also Chandigarh. This time they changed the option.
yes. So Punjab is the right answer. Okay. And there is very less difference between Punjab and Chandigarh, right? And bottom states are Chhattisgarh. So Punjab has performed well in the top performing states released by Performance Grading Index. Yes, that was tricky question. So we try to change the option because sometimes there are students who just remember the first like option ki iska option ye tha. So that is why the person who sets this quiz or question, so they trick something. So this is the performance of states and union territories. So bottom 5 states and union territories are Ladakh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. So we have our first leaderboard here. Let's see who is leading. No, okay. So Soumya is leading as of now, and there is very less gap between Soumya and Sangam. So we still have around 16-17 questions. So let's see who wins today's quiz. And so let's move forward. This article is again very important. Take action against illegal adoption. So as we know, we have been talking about illegal adoption and orphan children. So go through this. For CLAT 2021, you can expect one passage from adoption or juvenile justice, something like that. So go through this. So we have our 9th question here. What is the nodal body for adoption of Indian children and is mandated to monitor and regulate in-country and inter-country adoptions? CARA, NCPCR, or both of them, or none of the options? So which is the nodal body which regulates adoption of Indian children? CARA. Yes, CARA is the nodal body. So do you know the full form of CARA? Anyone? What is the full form of CARA?
Central Adoption Resource Authority.
Okay. And is it a statutory body or a constitutional body?
Statutory body.
Right. Great. Who was answering?
Sir Soumya.
Okay, that's great, Soumya. So we have our 10th question. Amicus curiae is also known as friend of the court, friend of the government, clerk of the court, none of the options. So who is an amicus curiae? You all have voted. Okay, so this switched option. Yes. Yes, they have switched the options, and you all have voted correctly, and that's great. That's completely wonderful. So amicus curiae is friend of the court. So in previous week's quiz, we had the question, who is friend of the court? And the options were amicus curiae, attorney general, and something like that. So they have twisted the question. Yes, as well. So let's move to our next question. Out of the 2 vaccines, which one is an inactivated virus vaccine? COVID shield, Covaxin, both, none of the options. So out of 2 vaccines, which one is an inactivated virus vaccine? Yes, Covaxin is inactivated virus vaccine. So in Covaxin, what they have done is they have like dead COVID virus has been put in that vaccine. So dead COVID virus means a dead the virus has been inactivated. So then we have this article, terror in Sahel. So go through this article, because when you read something about international some news relating to international affairs, so from there this article is important for you. Don't go into details, but know what is Sahel and what are the countries. So that is enough for you. So we have our 12th question. Sahel is SAHEL is a military organization, country in Burkina Faso, country in Africa, group of semi-arid countries in Africa. So what is Sahel? SAHEL. Yes, Sahel is a group of semi-arid countries in Africa. So can someone explain what is semi-arid countries? If you know. So what does that option means? Not very agri profitable. Okay. So semi-arid area means where there is very scarce, where very less water is found. So in these areas of Africa, there are very limited water resources. So semi-arid countries means in those areas they have very less water resources. These Sahel regions in Africa. Okay. So this is the, so these are the countries which fall within it. Then we have our article relating to China Sri Lanka friendship hospital opened. So China has given grant of 60 million to start a friendship hospital. Okay. Who is the current president of Sri Lanka? Dhamika Pereira, Lote Shering, Gotabaya Rajaska, and Basil. Okay, so you have, I can't even pronunciate their names properly. I'm sorry. So Gotabaya Rajapaksa is current president of Sri Lanka. Okay. So we have our 14th question here. Section 439 in the Code of Criminal Procedure relates to. So Section 439 of CRPC is relating to which of the following? Transfer case, punishment, bail, none of the options. Section 439 of CRPC. Yes. So most of you have answered it correctly, like almost all have answered it correctly. So section 439 of CRPC is relating to bail, right? Then we have our 15th question. Narcotics Control Bureau falls under which ministry? Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Health. Narcotics Control Bureau falls under which ministry? Think before you answer. Yes. So Narcotics Control Bureau falls under Ministry of Home and Affairs. Ministry of Home Affairs. We have our 16th question, and then we will have our second leaderboard after this question. Which of the following is a Rabi season crop? Rabi season crop: rice, maize, bajra, pea. Very easy question. Again, this question has been changed. Yes, we have changed this question, and most of you have answered it incorrectly. So the in the previous quiz, we have asked which of the following is a Kharif season crop. So, and here we have changed it to Rabi season crop. So in Rabi season crop, P is the correct answer. And all of these rice, maize, bajra, there was a discussion about bajra in last session also. So these rice, maize, bajra are Kharif season crops. Yes, Ashwarya, what are you saying?
No. So in last session, someone gave an easy way to remember, saying that Bajra is a kharif crop. But I didn't read the question, so I just attempted Bajra again.
Okay. So P is the Rabi season crop, and if I was to give the option of wheat, but I, I I thought by seeing the option wheat, you will answer it. So I changed it to P. So P is the Rabi season crop. So we have our leaderboard, second leaderboard here. Let's see who is now leading. I think okay. So Sejal is now leading the board. Okay, and there is very less gap between Sejal and Soumya, around 20 points. So let's see, we have 8 questions left, 8 or 9 questions. Let's see who wins. So this is the last round. So get ready to compete. We have our 7th question. Myanmar does not touch border with which of the following Indian state? Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Tripura, all of the states touch border with Myanmar. This is a tricky question. Okay, and most of you have answered it correctly. Nice, that's great, that's great. I thought you will answer all of the states touch border with Myanmar, but you all have answered Tripura, so that's great. Good. So this is the map, and Myanmar is here. Okay, and Tripura is here. This. So Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, and Arunachal Pradesh touch border with Myanmar, right? We have our 18th question here. Let's see. Under Sagar policy, India transferred which of the following ships to Myanmar? Sagar is security and growth for all in the region. INS Vikramaditya, INS Arihant, INS Sindhuvir, all of the options. So which ship was transferred to Myanmar by India under Sagar policy? Yes, so INS Sindhuvir is the correct answer. Nice. You guys are doing great. That's nice. So this article is about Tiger Reserve Union calls of strike. So go through this. In GK part, you can be asked something related to which a tiger reserve was in news recently or something like that. So you please go through this news. So we have our 19th question. Get ready. Pake Tiger Reserve is located in which state? Pake Tiger Reserve. Tripura, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram. You all have voted. That's okay. That's great. Yes, Arunachal Pradesh is the right answer. That's great that you guys took around 10 seconds to answer this. Nice. So we have our 20th question here. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank is current Education Minister of India, Health Minister of India, State COVID Response Minister of India, none of the options. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank is current Education Minister of India, Health Minister of India. You guys are taking so okay. Yes. So he is the Education Minister of India. Did I miss any question? Let me check. Yes, so he is the Education Minister of India. So then we have Renma Nagas demand autonomous council. So this is one of the tribe. So let's see the related question. Rengma Naga tribe are found in Assam, Nagaland, or both, all of the options. Yes, so they are found in both of these states, Assam and Nagaland, right? So tribes of India are important for your exam for judiciary as well as for CLAT. So know which tribes are there in which state. So these are important topics for your exam. Like in Bihar and Jharkhand, they ask about tribes in judiciary as well. Operation Pangaea 14 currently in news is an operation conducted by Interpol for the issue of COVID-19 response, money laundering, selling illicit medicines, and okay, you all have answered. I haven't even completed the reading of the question. Yes. So this operation is relating to selling illicit medicines and medical products. So yes, cracked down on fake medicines. So operation Pangaea 14 targeted sale of counterfeit health products. So as we have seen that in this COVID pandemic, there was there there were counterfeit products of different essential medicine. So this operation is started to target those duplicate medicines. So we have our 23rd question here. Which of the following body is the nodal agency for Interpol in India? CVC, CAG, CBI, none of the options. Central, okay, you all have voted yes. CBI is the nodal agency for Interpol in India, right? Headquarters of BRICS is located at. So where is the headquarter of BRICS? Dhaka, Shanghai, Kathmandu, Philippines, Manila, Philippines. So where is the headquarter of BRICS? So the headquarter of BRICS is at Shanghai, China. Which countries are under BRICS? Can someone answer this?
Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Yes, right. Okay. Sejal has also answered in the chat box. That's great. Yes. South Brazil, India, Russia, China, and South Africa. Nice. So this is our last question. Then we will have the leaderboard. Let's see. Which of the following countries is not the part of G7 groupings, China, India, Switzerland, or all of the options are not a part of G7. So as we know, G7 meeting is going on and it is in news. So you must know which countries are the part of G7 groupings. So all of the options are not part of G7. In next slide, we have countries which are G7 countries. So Germany, UK, France, Canada, US, Italy, Japan are G7 countries. Then G8 में Russia add होता है, and in G20 these are other 12 countries. So in G7 in China, India, and Switzerland are not the part. Okay. So let's see our leaderboard. Let's see. Okay. So Sangam is the winner of today's revision quiz. Congratulations, Sangam. And at different stages, we have seen different people leading the board, and at last Sangam has won today's quiz. So that's great. Congratulations, Sangam. Then we have Soumya, then Sejal, then Ankita, then Ashwarya, then Sanvi, then Shubham, Qing Shan. I don't know who this person is. Then we have Jayanti. That's great. Okay, so can someone answer this? Do you guys have problem with this 3 p.m. timing? So from next week, we can change. If you want this in the morning, then we can conduct the revision quiz in the morning.
So personally, 3 p.m. is more comfortable for me. I have classes in the morning. So till now, I've been like bunking classes to attend the quiz.
Okay. Yes, it would be better if it is at 11. Yes, Sejal, we wanted to conduct it at 11, but there are some batches who have class till 11. So that is not possible to conduct at 11 or 11:30. So we thought 3 is the best time because it's Sunday. So most of you wake up late, and that's it. And here is one reminder for Project Maverick students. You have your logical reasoning class at 7:30. So Manas will be taking today's logical reasoning practice session. So please join. Okay. So, because there has been a long time since we had our logical reasoning class. So please join at 7:30. Okay. Let's meet tomorrow for new week, new winner for previous week's quiz. Okay. And join us at 9 a.m. for the weekly quiz from tomorrow. Okay. Bye, guys. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. Bye bye.